From bagging a major role to the expected date when we can all see her, here's everything about the new Beetlejuice film Jenna Ortega's starring in. First up, Jenna's gonna be the star of the show. Well, more like she's the original star, Winona Ryder's daughter. That's right, rumors suggest that Ortega will be playing Lydia's daughter from the original Beetlejuice movie, though she might have squashed the Stranger Things star Sadie Sink's chance at grabbing the role, because it was suggested that she was in the lead at first. But hey, Jenna's the right fit for the job. She's the perfect goth child, a trait that fits the character perfectly. Like, hello, did you see her host the SAG Awards with Aubrey Plaza? Iconic. But the young actress has basically dreamt of this moment. The Wednesday Star has said that she used to have consistent dreams about Beetlejuice when she was younger. There's no doubting that this was just meant to be. Dreams do come true, people. Just look at Jenna Ortega. She's got looks that can kill and a bright gothic future ahead of her. But what about the new movie? There's still so much we don't know. Like, what's the movie about? It remains a mystery. Plot details for Beetlejuice 2 are little to none so far. The only synopses that have floated around the internet are unconfirmed ones about the previous versions of Beetlejuice 2, which sucks. But here's a look at something that is confirmed. The director of Beetlejuice 2, and guess what? Jenna's worked with him before. Yep, it's the king of gothic horror himself, Tim Burton. And of course, Ortega is pretty tight with the famous director because he directed the Netflix hit Wednesday. The 20-year-old actress has only praise for Burton. In fact, in an interview, she shared that working alongside him has definitely been an insane experience. But she might as well be the luckiest girl alive because she got the golden opportunity to work with such an iconic director, who, just by the way, is one of the sweetest directors Jenna's ever worked with. Wow, now that's something you don't hear every day about Tim Burton. Oh, and here's another fun fact about the eccentric filmmaker. He's got an eye for details, a really good one. Maybe, just maybe, he might be the most detail-oriented of all the directors the Scream stars worked with. Wow, though this isn't exactly news to me. Like, hello, ever seen any of Tim's films? They're cult favorites for a reason. And speaking of favorites, who's making the cast of Beetlejuice? According to a source, it looks like most of the original cast of the first movie is returned. This includes Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, and Michael Keaton. In 2014, Burton told Variety that there's only one Beetlejuice for him, and that's Michael. For him and for us.
It's not a joke.
Yes, it is. Just today she tried to convince me that this house is haunted. Kids!
Tim loved the idea of having him on board the project. He added that there's a script and that now's a great time for this opportunity.
Do you take this woman to be your wedded wife?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a big decision, isn't it? I mean, I always said if I ever did it, I was going to do it once, and that was it.
Plus, the director has a special place in his heart for Beetlejuice's character, other than the obvious, which is he misses the character. But according to Tim, there's just something that's simply cathartic and amazing about it, and only Michael Keaton can pull that off.
I just want you two to know you're welcome at our house anytime you want to come over. In the meantime.
Now, you guys already know that Ortega's playing the role of Lydia Deet's daughter, but here's a nugget of information for you. There are rumors that Johnny Depp will appear in the movie, but before you get excited, nothing's confirmed yet. No one's sure if the rumors are true either.
I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do. Well, what do we got here tonight, kids?
Plus, there's nothing written about his role in the official IMDb page of the movie.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
So, either everyone's keeping quiet about it, or it's not real. But hey, till then, we're allowed to dream, right? Also, did you know the Beetlejuice sequel has been in the works for a long time?
Oh, I know you're asking me. Can it be scary? What do you think of this? You like it?
And when I say a long time, I mean it. I'm talking about turning the clock all the way back to 1988. That's when Beetlejuice was first released. Can you believe it? That's right, that's just how far back thoughts of a sequel to the smash hit film began. But for some undisclosed reason, the project was probably stuck at, like, a brainstorming level, which is to say, it never really took off. The development of a sequel sort of started again in the 2010s, but it was a no-show, because the project was ultimately shelved yet again in 2019.
Come on, hey, where'd you go? Oh, hey, come on, you get
gotta work with me here. I'm just trying to cut a deal. What do you want me to do?
And get this, one version of a possible sequel was titled Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, and it was a work in progress. Okay, but can we talk about Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian for a second? In an alternate reality, I know for a fact this sequel's version would have been a hit. Jokes aside, I think that the version had a lot of potential. Now, in terms of the present day, Deadline reported in 2022 that the second film is in early development, with Brad Pitt's production company Plan B taking on the project. How cool is that? But while we know enough lore about the could-have-been sequels, the current one's still a mystery to us. For example, does the sequel even have a trailer? Nope, but that's because the project has just started. It's still in its baby stages of development. We've got to be patient if we want to hear any news related to it. And I know, fans have waited something like 30 years already, but listen, you know what Aristotle says. The patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. We've waited 30 years. What's another couple of months or a year in comparison? Our best bet for getting any footage at all is when the post-production has begun and the principal photography of the project's wrapped up. Now, what about filming? Is there a time frame in mind for when filming starts?
It keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy.
Actually, there is. Warner Brothers are aiming to begin production later this summer, so either in late May or in early June 2023. That's really close, which means that there's a strong chance that pre-production won't take up a lot of time. It should be done fairly quickly, and it seems the casting process will probably finish up by springtime. But what's with the sudden rush?
Whoa! Ah! There you go.
You don't have to kill anybody.
Possession. Good.
Well, even if we don't know it yet, there is a deadline for this project. And speaking of deadlines, when is the movie being released? Winona Ryder confirmed in 2015 during her appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers that the sequel was closer than ever. Now that's what I call keeping things right under wraps. Tom Holland should learn a thing or two from her honesty. But it's 2023. Looks like Winona didn't keep her word.
Babs.
Anyway, since it's such early days of the project, the release date is still in the air right now, actually. Since production will potentially start in the summer, that means that the post-production of the film should be scheduled for fall 2023.
I say we open it.
Maybe we should knock first.
A release in the fall of next year, 2024, might just be a possibility, and it would work so well. Just think about it for a second.
Beetlejuice! What happened?
The Beetlejuice franchise is well known for its creepy visuals and spooky atmosphere, and y'all know what fall means. Halloween. Well, pumpkin-flavored everything, but of course also Halloween. If the Warner Brothers released Beetlejuice 2 sometime close to Halloween, then it would be perfect, both for the fans and for the movie's promotion and marketing. Let's be real, Beetlejuice and Halloween is a match made in heaven, and it would be so on brand of the franchise. Honestly, I hope the Beetlejuice sequel does end up being released during the spooky season. That way, the sequel can become a classic just like the original. And that's all. This was everything you need to know about Jenna Ortega's rumored role in the Beetlejuice sequel.